my father. I said, Father, change my name. The one I'm using now is covered up with fear and filth and cowardice and shame. I meant it as kind of trial.
And welcome to BUZZMoncton.com. I tell you what, here in the East Coast, we have some very well-regarded musicians. In fact, all around the world, they regard this part of the world as a very rich cultural experience when it comes to music and other arts, especially music, though. And today we're very pleased to have Jenn joining us here on BUZZMoncton.com. Welcome aboard, Jenn.
Hi.
It's great that you're here.
Thanks for having me.
And so we need to talk to you about your experiences in the UK a little bit because, well, you've basically just got back from Europe.
Just a couple days ago.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So how'd it go? Do they like your music over there? What's your reaction like there compared to here?
It's growing, I think. It's the audience is, we're getting to know each other. We had a really great show in London, sold out the London show, and I loved it. It was it kind of felt like a home show to me, and that's the first time I felt that over there. And I did shows in Brighton, Birmingham, Glasgow, Manchester, and then I went over to Ireland for like sort of a secret stop. There was a festival there. They don't announce their lineup, so I did that at the end.
You mentioned this time you felt more at home. How many times have you played?
Well, this would be, I've really been focusing on international touring in the last year. So I've had a few shows in London. I guess I've had 3 this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So your album Compostela, am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Is doing great guns. Obviously, it's almost its first year anniversary. Here it is, October. It's almost a year old already.
That's right.
Are you pleased with the evolution and how everything is rolled out?
Yeah, I am. I've gotten to play shows all across Australia and Europe and the States and Canada, and so yeah, that's been fulfilling and yeah.
Yeah. And of course, the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. You have a number of nominations that have been bestowed upon you. 5 Music Nova Scotia nominations, 3 Canadian folk nominations. I'm wondering how Jenn Grant reacts when she gets that phone call and news like that comes across. It must be very rewarding and proud. I don't know. How do you feel?
Yes.
Victory.
Finally.
Because this is album number 3.
Number 5.
Oh, it's number 5.
Yeah.
Wow, I've lost count.
Me too.
But things are good. So one of the tracks on the album that I really kind of warmed up to was the 3rd track. It's called Spades.
Okay.
And I noticed that there was something about that song that was kind of different. You actually have a guest rapper. A little bit of a hip hop slide. Who was it?
Buck 65.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right on. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Whose idea? Who came up with that idea? I wonder.
Well, Rich and I have co-written several songs before, and they've all been on his records for 20 odd years. Specifically, there was three songs that we wrote together on there, and I really been wanting to have him on one of my recordings. We have a really nice connection and friendship, and we really enjoy working together. So I thought that song kind of suited him in some way. So.
It does too,
Yeah.
You don't necessarily expect it, you know what I mean? And you're just kind of listening along, and it just kind of gives it a little extra something. I also really like how the percussion in the whole album seems to thread the album in such a way that is different from your prior works. Was that done intentionally? Was that kind of a producer thing? Or?
Well, we had Mike Brushy playing drums. He's from Toronto. And we also had Mike Bellier from New Brunswick doing additional percussion and playing congas and other types of auxiliary percussion. And I think I had been touring a lot as a trio with bass and drums for some of the tours, and I wanted these songs to be able to be stripped back and played solo or as like a small group of people or a bigger kind of more produced type sound. So like the groove, I guess, was really important to us in this one. My husband Dan Ledwell produced it, and we were sort of paying attention, I guess, specifically to drums.
Right on. It has a certain ethereal feel, your music does, almost naturally, and to hear the rhythm come in when it does, it just gives it a certain warmth, if I can use that terminology. Yeah.
Great.
And the singing is fantastic as usual, by the way.
Thanks.
So, on that note, I thank you again for taking the time.
My pleasure, BUZZMoncton.
Yes.
Against the end.